Trust me, bro, the name you know. Dropping knowledge bombs on the web free.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. Today's takes lens improvement proposals backlog, lens AFK FOMO, trust me bro, spaces updates, design and deploy Farcaster frames in Figma, and our beer taste Tuborg from Denmark. Hannah, how are you today?
Hi Yakuza, I'm doing fine. I hope you too. Let's talk about the lens improvement proposals, let's say LIPS, backlog. You know, those things that are basically the roadmap for Lens Protocol, kind of like Ethereum's EIPs. Yeah, well, here's the deal. Right now, there's a whopping 23 LIPS just sitting there, 22 need reviewing, and one has been stuck in draft since like November 2023. Come on, that's crazy. What's the holdup, you know? Is Lens swamped or is the system just a bit clunky? Maybe both, but hey, we have an idea. Let's borrow a trick from something called electronic change requests, ECRs. Think of them as like a fast lane for updates. Here's how it would work for LIPS. Anyone can pitch an idea. That's right, no changes here. LIPS get a priority level. Some ideas are more urgent than others, right? Let's flag them accordingly. Review and approval crew assemble. We get some Lens team folks and OG community members to look things over. But here's the twist. They only have a couple days to decide, depending on how complex it is. No more waiting around forever. Approved? Let's do it. Once it gets the green light, we make it happen. A mixed team of Lens devs and Lens OGs would get it done. Tracking and documentation. You bet. We got to keep records so everyone's in the loop. This ECR-style setup would be a game changer for LIPS. We'd be moving faster, keeping Lens fresh and on point. Imagine the possibilities. Lens could adapt to new tech trends quicker, stay ahead of the curve in the social game, all while showing the world how strong a community-driven project can be. So, Lens team, let's shake things up. Let's KISS, keep it simple and short. Streamline this process and get those LIPS moving. By the way, which LIPS do you think are priority to get approved? Check out the complete list of LIPS backlog in our newsletter.
That's a cool idea. Now let's take a virtual trip to Brussels. Let me tell you, major FOMO happening right now. All the buzz is about Lens AFK happening, like literally today, July 8th. This ain't your average meetup, bros. Lens AFK is a whole new event series, and this Brussels stop is bringing the heat. Expect all kinds of sessions and deep dives on everything from creative stuff in the blockchain world to the latest on decentralized social media platforms. We're talking curation versus moderation versus censorship, and even why Web3 needs therapy. Sounds wild, right? But the real star power here is the speaker list. We're talking heavy hitters like Poppy Jamie, Simona Pop, Emily Lai from Hype, Fatalme from Anoma, and a bunch of other movers and shakers in the game. And get this, Vitalik Buterin himself is there. Yeah, you heard that right. The co-founder of Ethereum is going to be chilling with Dr. Paul Dillon Ennis to talk about crypto culture, values, and how to keep things growing in a good way as crypto goes mainstream. That's a talk you don't want to miss. On the mic, keeping things lively, we got Carlos Beltran and Jesse Jean, both OG Lens fam. Love to see the community getting involved like that. There's even going to be a DJ set by Latasha to keep the vibes flowing. Speaking of fam, guess who's all hanging out in Brussels right now? A whole bunch of Lens OGs. We're talking Stanny, Paris, Christina, Maria Paula, Alice, Carla Moni, Tommy Thomas, Tiny Rainboot, Potential, Chelsea, Kipto, just to name a few. You name it. Basically, everyone who's anyone in the Lens world is there. Man, major FOMO over here. If you're lucky enough to be in Brussels and attending Lens AFK, have an amazing time. Network, connect, grab some pints, and soak it all in for the rest of us. For those of us who missed out, well, there's always the next Lens AFK, right?
Lens AFK FOMO is real. Anyway, let's move over to Trust Me Bro Spaces updates. Last week, we had an awesome session with Simon from Electric Film. He started out filming his skateboarding buddies on a vintage camera, and guess what? Now he's a full-blown film director. Pretty cool story, right? Simon talked about a bunch of stuff from his early days skating to how Web3 is going to change the filmmaking game. He even dished on his creative process, how he juggles being a director, writer, and producer all at once. Talk about multitasking. We also learned all about electric film and how they're shaking things up in the film studio world. Big thanks to everyone who joined us to hang with Simon. It was a blast. This week our Spaces is taking a little break. Why? Because all our OG friends are out at ETHCC and Lens AFK, soaking it all in. We want to give them a chance to come back next week and fill us in on all the event goodness. See you all next week, guys.
Can't wait for next week's Spaces. Let's dive into something exciting. You can now design and deploy Farcaster frames directly within Figma without the need for coding skills. That's right, no code required. Let me break it down for you. First, you got to open up the Frametown Figma plugin in a new Figma file. Then, you can customize all the images and buttons for your frame right there in Figma. Need to link a button to a website? No sweat, Figma's got you covered. Plus, you can duplicate and change your frames as much as you want to get things just right. Once your frame is looking fly, connect everything together using Figma's prototype tool. Finally, hit that deploy button with the plugin and your frame is live. Wanna double check it before you post it? Just paste the frame URL into Warpcast's frame validator tool and see how it looks. And hey, if you make something awesome, don't forget to share it in the Frametown Farcaster channel and let everyone know what they think. There's even a bonus tip in our newsletter. Check out the link for their short video for a more detailed walkthrough if you need it. This is a game changer for Farcaster creators, so get out there and start building.
That's a game changer for creators. Let's wrap up with our beer taste. You know our mate Czech from the Orb Beer Club? Well, their post got us thinking about Tuborg, that classic Danish brew. Tuborg's been around since way back in 1873, brewing up delicious pilsners north of Copenhagen. Fun fact, the name even comes from a local 17th century inn. These guys are all about innovation. They kept growing throughout the 20th century, even joining the Carlsberg Group in 1970. The original brewery may be gone, but their iconic bottle from 1888 still stands tall in Hellerup. But Tuborg isn't just a Denmark thing. This beer is enjoyed in over 31 countries worldwide. Eastern Europe especially loves them. While Denmark loves their Tuborg Green Pilsner, you might find other varieties out there. Tuborg Gold, summer brews, seasonal stuff, they have something for everyone. So next time you're looking for a new Pilsner, keep an eye out for the Tuborg label. With all that history and quality, it might just become your new fridge staple. And hey, check out Czech's original post link in our newsletter. Cheers, mates!
And that's it for this week. Thanks for listening or watching. Please collect this post on Lens to support the show and go follow us across all socials. Bye, everyone.